This is our current office space, but it's too small for 2 people, so I want to build a new home office big enough that Tony and I can work together. So in the last video, I spent some time building a desk that's big enough for 2, but it didn't go smoothly. But now that the desk is completed, my goal is to turn this room into the office of our dreams. What do you think, Tony? Do you like it?
I like it.
But there are some setbacks along the way, including ending up in the hospital. Yeah, more details on that later. So this desk weighs like 200 pounds and we worked really hard to get it in here, and now we have to move it out because I have to work on this wall. But even though this desk is really heavy, luckily FlexiSpot sent us some strong legs to support it and the C7 ergonomic chair to go with it. But more about them later. Woo! All right, one side down, one more to go. Ugh. Ooh, this is wobbly. Okay, well, that was successful. So now my plan is to take the rest of the things out because I'm gonna be working on this wall, and what I'm gonna do is take these strips off that when they build a house, they use them to cover the seam of the drywall instead of covering it with drywall mud. Anyways, I'm gonna do that because I don't like how they look. I want a flat wall, and I'm gonna put some floating shelves here. Very nice. This room actually has a bit of a history, so let me tell you about it while I prep for the remodel. Before I met Tony, she was using the space as a guest room, but when I moved in, she made it into a temporary kitty kingdom so that my cats will have their own room until they got along with her cats.
This is the cat room. That box where Chinguinino is sitting. Behind that box, that's Pepper's box. That's where he always hides.
It took a long time, but eventually we became one big happy family. Except for Joy. She pretty much hates everyone, except for her human slaves. After the cats were getting along, we did a few repairs to fix up the room, like painting, peekaboo, and replacing the carpet with vinyl flooring. Laying raw vinyl flooring was so awful and so heavy that I swore that I would never do it again. But I did do it again. And Tony, well, she helped again. And now we're turning this into an office so that we have the perfect space to work on creating these videos. Why is there a random piece of wood here in this corner, you may ask? Well, because a few years ago I did a half-assed repair. This kind of flooded because the guest bathroom is behind this and the bathtub leaked. Alright, turn on the one at the top, the shower head. So I had to change the drywall, change everything, and I just kind of, to make it easy, was trying to make it look the same and just put that strip in there. And I just never painted it, I never finished it because, I don't know, laziness? I forgot the ones up there. I'm taking the window trim out too, and I'm gonna change it. Probably gonna be the same exact trim, but our cats, our dear cats, decided to scratch on the window. It's also why you might have noticed before that the blind is also broken. It's because we can't have anything nice. They like to you know, on everything. So I gotta change that. What a mess. I can reuse this. Once I had the mess cleaned up, it was time to make another mess with drywall mud. First coat of drywall done. All I did was cover the seams, and now I'm gonna use tape to put over it because this will prevent the seams from like cracking or splitting in the future. But last time I did this, I used a mesh tape. Someone in the comments told me to use the paper one, this one. Can't remember why. I assume because it's better, but that's what I'm gonna use. But first, I gotta sand. So I had to go to the store and get the 45-minute instead of the 20 because it started drying on me too quick and the tape started bubbling. Anyways, I had all kinds of issues and I forgot to hit record. Otherwise I would show you. But I'm gonna try this again. The reason I was using the 20-minute drywall mud is because it's what I had left from the last bathroom remodel, but I'm doing a much bigger space now, so it's drying too quick on me. Oops, wrong one. Also, the paper drywall tape was bubbling up pretty badly, but I learned a trick a long time ago that if you wet it, it will avoid that, and it seemed to work. Here's my unsolicited review about drywall. The paper tape is definitely easier to cover than the mesh tape. The mesh has a texture, so it seems to take more drywall mud to cover it, but I did have to wet the paper tape in order for it not to bubble. The 20-minute drywall is good if you're doing a small section like I was doing in the bathroom, but the 45 minutes was also drying too fast on me. First coat, done and dry. Well, technically second. So now I'm gonna sand and do another coat. With the 45-minute drywall, I was only able to do 2 seams at a time, but I needed a fast drying mud that I can do multiple coats in one day since I'm not good at this at all. So it takes me multiple coats to get it right. And after all that, the drywall didn't come out perfect, so if you see any imperfections later, shh, it's okay. I have more rooms in the house to practice on. I'm never doing drywall again. It wasn't actually that bad, but it took me like a whole day and a half and I made a mess. I don't know why I didn't cover the floor. It seems like the obvious thing to do, but I didn't. Luckily, it's kind of easy to clean up. Anyways, I gotta wait for this to dry before I can paint it, so I gotta figure out what to do next in the meantime. So while this dries, my plan is to stain the desk. And I have been staring at this sample, mixing stain colors, and I think I'm gonna do this one, Colonial Maple and Puritan Pine. So it's kind of like a dark yellowish, but the Colonial Maple is gonna give it like a little hint of red. This is Colonial Maple by itself, and I'm trying to like stick with some of what I have. Oh, and this is the wall color, by the way. So I want something that's gonna like pop from the wall color. First, I'm doing pre-stain so it doesn't look blotchy. I'm also wearing a mask because this stuff smells really strong. I love how it just raised the grain on everything, and I can't wait to see how the stain color is gonna look on all the different greens and textures. I don't know, I think it's gonna look really good. It looks really pink. It looks really pink. I'm actually kind of worried, but it should be fine once I put the other color, so I'm going to trust the process. It looks a little bit more wild than I thought. I don't know. What do you think, Tony? Do you like it?
I like it.
You do?
I do.
And that's all that matters. There's so many wood grains and colors that obviously when I like stained it, it just came up a lot. Like it's just a lot stronger. And there's some spots that I did repairs with CA glue and epoxy and I didn't sand down enough. So there's some spots that don't have stain. I had a picture in my mind of how this would look,
maybe a little bit more like how it looks on the side, but that's an unrealistic expectation because I'm working with a lot of variety of different wood, so I guess this is how it's supposed to look. I just wasn't sure there for a minute. And then the first coat of stain that was so pink threw me off. I was like, oh my god, I ruined this. Since these were already like pre-stained and I just sanded them off a little bit, I'm just gonna do Puritan Pine because I feel like that gives it like the perfect color.
So when I first built the desk, I sealed the inside of the desk, but I never sealed the drawers. So I'm just gonna use wipe on poly just because it's like quick and easy to apply.
After I got done sealing the drawers, I started to prep for painting and I did the last sanding of the drywall.
It's painting day and I'm so excited. I love painting because it is one of those things that like dramatically transform a room. So the color I'm going with is Riverway, which I've used before on a bathroom and an accent wall in my living room. And I love this color, so I'm gonna use it as an accent wall here. Also because I still have paint left and I just wanna use it up. What do you think? Oh my god, it looks so good. I can't wait till it dries. I gotta do a second coat for sure, but oof, looks like a whole different room. Look at the color of the desk and look at the wall. Isn't that so pretty? Like, I really wanted a desk that would just pop from the wall. Now that I see the wall and the desk, oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna do the clear coat. I'm using polyurethane and satin, and I have to do 2 coat sanding in between.
Also, am I the only person who uses random objects to open paint cans? Woo, look at that color coming up. I gotta do what the hell did I say?
I gotta do the drawers now. So now that this is all dried up, I'm gonna do the second coat. So Tony, run the time lapse. I do have a couple touch-ups to make. I bled through the tape, and then when taking it off, it ripped off a couple parts, but it's not too bad. So now I'm gonna touch up that wall and that wall, but it's the same color. I actually have had this paint for a while when I first painted it, but you wanted to see something crazy? Look at the lid, like look at what the paint did. Like how does that happen? So now, while the paint is drying, I'm measuring this to cut the trim. The trim is gonna be the same, but the one I was here was MDF. I'm actually putting one out of wood. I would have changed the style, but then I will have to change the trim of the door, the closet door, and I don't wanna do that. I just wanna focus on this wall, so I'm just doing the same trim that was there, same style. So I only put one screw until I cut the last piece there, just in case I have to move it or take it out. At least it's not nailed all the way in, until I know for sure that all 3 pieces are the right size. So I'm using a little bit of the drywall compound to cover the nail holes, and then I'm gonna do caulking all the way around. I mean, this is how it looked before, but it has scratches and stuff, and now like with the new one, it just looks so nice and clean. I still have to paint the trim, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow because it is almost 11 o'clock. And I still have to do the second coat on these walls. But then after that, I'm going to bed. Now I'm sanding it with 320 so I can do the second coat of polyurethane. First coat of polyurethane always leaves it a little bit rough, but that's why I use like 320s because I like the top to be smooth. So now that that's drying, let me show you the floating shelves I want to put up. Oh, no. Oh my God, those things are heavy. BRB. What do you think? So these are floating shelves that I got a while back, and they were originally $89, but I got them for 20 bucks. And I was like, dang, that's a good deal. I got 2 of them, not knowing what project I will use it on, but I think this is the perfect project. Jeez, how am I gonna mount this? It's so heavy. Oh, there are 3 shelves. I thought it was like one long shelf. No, there are 3. Huh. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Ow. Very nice. So there's 1 shelf plus 2 more. I thought there was only 1 shelf per box, but no, I got extra ones. Hi, kitty. Can I help you? So pretty. So pretty. Let's check one thing. Ugh. What a mess. If I would have thought this through, I would have opened these before I did the stain on the desk, and I would have tried to match it to the shelves. But I didn't think of that. I thought these were actually like butcher block style, where it would look just like this because it'll be like a lot of different slats. They're actually acacia. So it's a little bit more yellow. It does have some reds that kind of pull out on the, you know, reddish stain that I did. And they seem to be finished. I'm wondering if I can sand it and just do like a coat of the red stain and maybe get it closer to the color. And then maybe it'll match a little bit better, but it's not too it's not too bad.
I don't see a problem. Because the thing is like, there's so many colors and so much going on in here that it's just gonna make whatever color is in there pop.
Oh, I stress about these things so bad sometimes. But listen, I'm trying to work with what I have here. Like, I already have these shelves. I don't want to spend more money on them. So it's like, I'm trying to use what I have. But you're right. I think you're right. I think I'm stressing for no reason. Thank you for saving my sanity.
Is my job.
So I spent some time thinking how I was gonna hang the shelves, because originally I thought there was only 2 and I was just gonna hang them in the middle, 1, 2, bam, done. But somehow I ended up with 6 shelves. So I think what I'm gonna do is long shelf, short shelf, short shelf, long shelf, short, short, short.
So don't check my math here. I only had 6 shelves, not 7, to do what I was suggesting here, but I ended up changing my mind to 4 shelves.
Look at the drywall anchors this thing came with. And you saw me struggling lifting these. Like, the shelves are heavy and we plan to put books on them. So this is not cut it. So I went to the store and I got I don't mess around anchors. So the I don't mess around anchors, bolts, or whatever, they don't fit through the hole. And this is metal, so I'm not sure how to drill through it. Neither I want to. So now I gotta go back to the store and see if I can find something smaller. I'm never gonna finish this. I've never used these before, and I was supposed to put this little thing in there, and I didn't, and then the bolt just fell behind the wall. So I'll just start over. Okay, I think I got it. Let's go. There you go. Ah, I just cleaned all the drywall dust. You stay there. So with this thing is you just like shove it in. Well, not that way. And then just make sure that it's flush with the wall. It's actually really cool. And it has this thingy that just kind of holds it in place. And then it snaps. And then that's it. And then like just like that, I just put the bolt through. But I'm gonna drill all the other holes first. Technically, it should hold me. Am I gonna test it?
Hell no.
No. Oh yeah, I did good. I don't like that it wobbles. Like, is that normal? It's in the right spot. I'm gonna leave it. I'll probably repair it later. So I fought with it for a little bit, and I mean, those brackets are in there, so it's not the anchors. I just think that this part right here is just not super strong. On this part, it actually dented the wall because I was making sure that it was secure to the wall. So the anchors are doing their job, but I feel like this is like, you know, but I think it'll be fine. So I'll just be mindful to like not put, you know, like not overload it, of course. Anyways, I'm gonna do the rest.
But when I did the second shelf, it did not go as well.
No way. What the f is wrong? No, I did not. No, I did not just do that. I don't know what was I measuring, but that's the second shelf. This is the first one. Look at what this lands. I don't know why I did that. Woo, finally. 4 more to go. But after Tony helped me test the layout, I decided to do 4 shelves instead of 6. I have been fighting with this forever, and now I know why they were only $20. I put the strong anchors, I've put the regular ones, and it doesn't matter what I do, they wobble, and the little ones even worse. And they're also like not even, but the brackets are like, they're leveled. Like, I super triple made sure they're leveled, but I think that because this one's so much heavier, maybe is like leaning down. I could potentially just be doing all this wrong, but I don't think so. This is, I can't put anything too heavy, but definitely a pain. After struggling for a while, Tony came to help since it was almost midnight.
God, that looks fun. Is that satisfying to break that?
Yes, it is.
Especially after the evening you've been having.
Oh my god, these shelves. Screws. Oh, the drill. Thank you. And we cannot let go of it because I'm just testing the fitting before I like drill all the holes. Oh, just hold it. Yeah, just hold it up.
Okay.
Don't let it fall down because it's like not secure to the wall.
Got it.
I'm gonna take it out, and I need you to still support it because it's too heavy. So just kind of heavy hand on it.
Yep. It's not coming off that side. Hold on. Okay.
All right, I just needed to know that all the holes were in the right place.
Okay.
Thank you. Do not let go, please. There. I gotta figure out how to adjust this one, but oh my god. I did not think floating shelves would be hard. What do you think? I love it. It's coming out so good. I spent some time trying to figure out where everything was gonna go because I have to drill some holes for the cable management stuff. So I got a couple grommets and I figured out where I want to put them. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Then I don't know, I'll figure out what to do next after that. Probably finish up putting the desk together. I added painter's tape to the surface to avoid tear out. Oh. Ow! My drill said, nope, not today. Woo! How do you take this out of here? I'm probably doing this wrong. There you go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So it's actually too big, like I cut it too big, but it won't be a problem because I can like glue it or trim it or something. So the grommet is 2 3/8, and then when I went to Lowe's, I had a guy help me give me the tool thingy. And he was like, oh no, like, you know, like he like measured it by looking at it. He's like, oh no, the 2.5 would work. Like that's what you need to make the hole and it'll fit perfectly. I mean, it fits, but it's very wobbly. So I'm gonna have to go back to Lowe's and get the smaller one because I have one more grommet to do and I just don't want them both to be loose. But yeah, I need to go to Lowe's again. Okay, I'm back. Now I gotta drill another hole through this hole. And I'm putting tape and I'm gonna drill it from the top and from the bottom to start it so that the plywood doesn't like tear up. All right, Yep, so just enough to get it started. Yeah. I'm not putting a grommet on this one, but I'm just kind of hand sanding it a little bit, just the edges, so that it's not sharp. So I just drilled another hole under here because we're putting the mic arm and it has this little twist thingy that it just didn't fit within one hole, so I just drilled another one. It looks weird, but no one's gonna look under the desk. And I am like covered in sawdust. I'm not happy with how I butchered that after I made sure that everything was so clean, even if it was not visible, but I kept making holes and this thing was still like too big. So I just brought the jigsaw and just cut it out as much as I could so that I have enough room to turn this. Anyways, I would have tried to make a cleaner cut, but I'm literally cutting upside down with a jigsaw, so that was not fun. The great thing is that this desk came with a cable management cage thingy, and that will pretty much cover the hole that I made. All right. I'm gonna use hot glue so that it doesn't wobble in place. So in the last video when I built the desk, I've gotten these for the knobs, but then I found these online that I like a little bit better, so I'm changing them out. So now that I put everything back, let me tell you about the E7 Pro standing desk from FlexiSpot. I built this desk because we needed a desk big enough to fit 2 people so that Tony and I can work together. After I built it, it ended up being really heavy, but luckily the E7 Pro can hold up to 440 pounds. Editing these videos sometimes means that we spend 8 to 10 hours a day sitting down, so having a standing desk was something that was very important to us. But when we are sitting down, we got the C7 ergonomic chair. This chair has what FlexiSpot calls a self-adaptive dynamic system, which means it adapts to your body as you move around. Everything's adjustable in this chair. The arms go up and down, back and forth, and they swivel. If you don't want it to move around while you're sitting, you can lock it in place. Want to relax? You sit back. This chair supports up to 300 pounds and is perfect to sit on however you're most comfortable. FlexiSpot offers a long warranty and they are currently having an amazing anniversary sale, so don't miss out. And you can use my exclusive code that I will have linked in the description below. So this is my new light fixture. It's in pieces, I gotta put it together because I don't like the one that's here, and I just think this will look a lot better with the room. I think I got it. Look, it's cute. This thing is like teeny weeny though. It's like tiny for a light fixture. But I guess I should have known that when I only paid like 24 bucks for it. But it's cute though, like it was the design I wanted. All right, I'm gonna put this up. Oops.
La felicidad como una luz fugaz.
So the bracket this came with, the holes and the screws are too small to attach to the box up there. So I'm trying to make the hole bigger, so I'm gonna attach it.
Trato siempre de pensar en el ahora quiero estar. La vida es lo que se da.
looks nice. I really like it. See, like small and subtle, and I feel like it like matches with the room. I love it. What do you think?
Ooh, it's so bright.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love it. We just like tic-tac-toe with that light fixture.
We can. With that done, it was time for one of the things I was most excited for. I'm so excited for this. Oh, I love it. I actually have like the color of the shelves, kind of. This is like one of my favorite pieces to pick out when I was working out the design of the room. I didn't want to put a regular blind. I have regular blinds all throughout the house, just like, you know, white 2-inch blinds. So when I was putting it together, I started looking at blinds and I saw this one. I'm like, oh, that looks so good. Oh, nice. What do you think? I like them. I've never had Roman shades before. I feel fancy. Tony, you want to see the blinds?
Oh my god, it's so pretty! It's a bunch of teeny sticks in the thing. Oh, I love it!
You do?
Yes, and it matches everything with the thing with the deep. It's. Yeah!
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah! I never would have bought that, but it looks amazing in here.
I've never had Roman shades before.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Is that because they use that in Rome?
Good question. I don't know. I just know they're called Roman shades.
Is it one of those pushy
Yep.
things? Or... Ooh! Potato soup. I love it. How do you make it go back down?
Or
Ooh. That is so cool.
So I had not mentioned anything yet, but I had been working with a stomach ache all day. And it only got worse as it got later, so I woke up the next morning and I went to an urgent clinic where they found out I had appendicitis, and I had to go straight to the hospital and get emergency surgery. It was awfully unexpected, but luckily they caught it on time and I am up for a quick recovery. However, Tony had to finish setting up the rest of the office.
Everything is under control.
Tony just went to go grab some water and she says she got this, but I don't know.
Oh, ow. I hate computers.
I am very grateful for Tony's help, not only with the editing, but her jumping in anytime I needed her for this project, and most important, she was there the entire time I was in the hospital. She's definitely a keeper. This office turned out to be a dream space for both of us. We really needed a place where we could work comfortably and together. There was a few more things I wish I could have done, however, that surgery kind of put everything back, so I'm gonna leave the office as it is right now, and maybe I'll revisit and add more stuff later. I'm right in front of it, overlaying it just a little bit. I think that's good.
Are you sure?
I might change my mind in a minute, but yes.
Alright, next section.